Unlimited Flow+Brainstorming+Live Streaming+National Games+Invincibility+Monster hunting. Luyao travels through the blue star to become a late-stage blood cancer patient. At the brink of death, awaken and extract spiritual energy. Not only can it extract the life of any creature, but it can also extract the opponent's abilities. Water blue star is heavily polluted by nuclear wastewater and has severe resource scarcity. The eerie realm opens, selecting one savior from each of the 200 countries on the blue star, binding national luck, and sending them to explore resources in the eerie realm. The resources obtained by the savior will manifest thousands of times within their country. And if the savior dies, the country to which he belongs will suffer terrifying punishment. Luyao was selected as the savior of the Dragon Kingdom and started live streaming in the eerie realm. The audience of Dragon Kingdom were stunned when they saw him. Is there a mistake? The savior of the Dragon Kingdom is a terminally ill patient. Sakura Kingdom mocked, Dragon Kingdom is indeed the sick man of East Asia. Lighthouse Country mocked, it seems that Dragon Country will soon be annexed by my Lighthouse Country. Unexpectedly, Luyao entered the eerie realm and encountered a giant cannibal spider. With a random psychic extraction, the giant spider instantly turns into an empty shell. Luyao's lifespan has increased by 10 years. Dragon Kingdom is shocked. Encountering a human-faced snake, a spiritual energy is extracted, and the human-faced snake instantly turns into powder. Luyao's lifespan has increased by 20 years. The world is shocked. Duel with the savior of the Lighthouse Kingdom. A psychic extraction, half Lighthouse Country erupts with zombie virus, Dragon Country has 1,000 oil fields. The president of Lighthouse Country knelt down and shouted, "Daddy!" Duel with the savior of Sakura Kingdom. A psychic extraction, half of the Sakura Country is submerged by the backflow of nuclear-contaminated seawater. The Dragon Kingdom has 1,000 clean water lakes. Sakura Country. Luyao is not a human, he is a god. Chapter 1. Spiritual Extraction. The mysterious realm has descended. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Bed number 1, Luyao suddenly experiences heart failure. The use of the defibrillator is ineffective, and breathing is getting weaker and weaker. Transfer to the ICU immediately. Amidst the noisy cries and footsteps, Luyao woke up in a daze. He was surprised to find that his limbs were heavy as if they had been filled with lead. And around him, there were unfamiliar faces wearing white medical uniforms. The patient's uncle from the adjacent hospital bed sighed with regret on his face. Unfortunately, a young man who has just turned 18 is in the late stage of leukemia. Medical staff were busy clearing obstacles in the ward and hallway, preparing to lift Anlu up and transfer him to a transfer bed in the ICU. When lifting Luyao from the hospital bed, his left hand hung down from the bedsheet and happened to touch the cactus pot on the bedside table. His finger pricked and he suddenly regained consciousness. Although Luyao felt powerless all over, his lungs seemed to be blocked by fine sand, unable to breathe in any air. But his strong desire for survival still led him to pour all his remaining strength into his left hand. He tightly grasped the cactus. I could only hear an inorganic mechanical sound coming from my ear. Activate spiritual energy extraction. A subtle golden glow suddenly emanated from the palm of the left hand. The cactus, which was originally as emerald green and full, quickly withered and withered. Meanwhile, Luyao, who was almost on the brink of death, felt a warm current rushing from his left palm towards his limbs. The lungs instantly open and are filled with oxygen. The body suddenly gained strength, as if it had been reborn. Luyao surprisingly stood up with a carp and sat up from the transfer bed. Oh my goodness! Even the medical staff who are used to seeing life and death are so scared that they almost fall to the ground. I'm not dizzy, right? Why did the patient in bed 1 sit up? Didn't his heart rate drop below 40 just now? Why did it suddenly recover to 70? And the complexion has turned so rosy, it doesn't seem like the person who almost died a few seconds ago. Just as the medical staff were all rubbing their eyes in disbelief, and Luyao waved his hand again and pulled off the oxygen mask covering his face. This has scared the attending doctor. You haven't escaped danger yet, the mask can't be taken off. And Luyao stood up from the bed and walked back and forth in the narrow corridor of the ward for 2 laps. Do you think this seems like you haven't escaped the danger of life? And Luyao asked with a smile. The doctors and nurses were all dumbfounded. They simply suspected that An Luyao's near death just now was a prank played with them. But just now, the real-time vital signs data were indeed very weak, which they witnessed with their own eyes and cannot be fake. Under the insistence of medical staff, An Luyao was still pulled to undergo a comprehensive physical examination. To everyone's surprise, An Luyao's various physical indicators have actually recovered. Although it has not yet returned to the level of a normal person, compared to the data when it was on the brink of death just now, it has improved significantly. Miracle, this is a miracle. The attending doctor was the first to come to his senses and burst out in surprise. It must have been our rescue measures that took effect earlier, but it took a bit longer, so the patient is now recovering. This recovery is a bit too good, isn't it? We're just using routine rescue, we've never had such an effect before, have we? It's worth writing a special paper. Young man, you might be included in the history of treating advanced leukemia patients. However, what medical staff do not know is that the reason why An Luyao was able to turn the situation around so quickly is all thanks to his golden fingers. He is a traveler. At the moment when the original owner of this body was on the brink of death, he happened to have crossed from Earth to the current world. Aqua Blue Star. According to the original owner's memory, he learned that Aquarius is a space-time parallel to Earth, but with more advanced technology than Earth. The consequence of endless technological development is the depletion of resources. The Lighthouse Nation, in order to seize resources, provokes wars everywhere on Mercury, creating and spreading viruses. The vast land and abundant resources of the Dragon Kingdom are the most delicious dishes in the eyes of the Lighthouse Kingdom. In order to embezzle the resources of Dragon Country, Lighthouse Country encourages Sakura Country to discharge nuclear wastewater in the direction of Dragon Country. This has led to a 10% surge in cancer patients in Dragon Country within just 2 years. The morale of the Dragon Kingdom suffered a great setback as a result. At the same time, nuclear wastewater has also caused pollution to the soil and water of the entire Blue Star, further depleting resources. Countries have to exhaust their manpower and resources, establish radiation protection walls, and protect the remaining clean land and population. The humans on the blue planet are facing an unprecedented survival crisis. Unfortunately, the original owner of the body crossed by An Luyao was one of the victims of this nuclear sewage incident. Fortunately, while traversing, An Luyao also awakened his golden finger. Spiritual extraction. Because he extracted the life of the cactus, he was able to instantly regain vitality. And the cactus, which was kept by the original owner on the bedside table, completely dried up and died because it sacrificed its life for him. Thank you, friend. An Luyao dug a small grave for the cactus by the hospital flower bed and buried it. After finishing all of this, An Luyao opened his status panel to check, name. An Luyao, talent. Spiritual energy extraction, remaining lifetime. 19 hours, with this golden finger, as long as I constantly extract life, leukemia, this major medical problem, is no longer a threat in front of me. But the amount of lifetime extracted from the plant body is too little, not even enough for An Luyao to live and see tomorrow's sun. It is only possible to extract longer lifespans from animals and humans, which have richer spiritual abilities. However, this is not allowed at both the legal and moral levels. It's rare to have such a powerful golden finger, but unfortunately, under the current worldview, there is really a lack of room for use. If there could be a strange world filled with strange creatures that could allow me to extract more lifespan, then I wouldn't have to worry about not having enough lifespan and wouldn't violate the law. Moreover, spirituality seems to encompass more than just life. Perhaps in a different world, besides life, more interesting things can be extracted. At that time, perhaps I can use my golden finger to save the Dragon Kingdom from danger. By the way, harshly punish those countries that attempt to split and invade the Dragon Kingdom. Just as he was daydreaming, a sound of inorganic matter suddenly exploded in the minds of everyone around the world. Warning. Warning. The door to the eerie realm is about to open. We will soon select one savior from each of 200 countries around the world, bind their national fortunes, and enter the mysterious realm to explore resources. Chapter 2. World Shock. Everyone looks forward to becoming a savior. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Important notice: the resources explored by the savior will manifest thousands of times within the borders of the countries they represent. If the savior dies within the realm of the underworld, the country he represents will be punished. Punishment includes but is not limited to a reduction of 1/10 in the lifespan of all citizens, or a halving of national resources every 7 days. The person in charge of the country to which the savior is bound has an opportunity to convey a message to the savior. The message cannot exceed 60 words every 7 days. The map of the eerie realm will be refreshed. Each time it is refreshed, a new savior will be randomly selected from 200 countries around the world and sent to the eerie realm. The savior who survived in the previous instance will explore the new map together with the new savior. The savior who has obtained the blind box has the opportunity to issue a qualification voucher to compete with saviors from other countries. The savior who wins in PK will receive half of the resources of the defeated country, from the country they bind to. Failed countries will receive other random forms of punishment in addition to having their resources. In 5 minutes, the savior will be chosen. The countdown is starting. 4.59, 4.58. A mysterious voice from an unknown source plays in everyone's mind. The name of the national game's slaughter game instantly spread throughout the world. In hospital wards, hallways, streets and alleys, online forums in every corner of the world with people, excited voices of discussion resound. Did I have auditory hallucinations? Where does this sound come from, and what is the realm of mystery? Can you really get 1,000 times resource reward by entering the realm of mystery? The sound actually rings directly in the brain. Isn't this a variety show that uses some new signal propagation technology? If we can really obtain thousands of times more resources, wouldn't our dragon country have hope for revival? If only I could be selected. Who didn't have a hero's dream in their childhood? I really hope to become the hero of the revival of the Dragon Kingdom. Everyone is curious about who the chosen savior of the Dragon Kingdom will be. Everyone is also hoping to become the savior and be worshipped by countless people. But there are also different sounds mixed in. Looking forward to being selected. I don't want to be selected at all. Didn't you hear that strange voice say, will you die in the realm of mystery? This indicates that it's very dangerous in the realm of mystery. That's right. My life is important, I dare not go. You cowards. The country needs you once in a while, and you are still pushing back and forth. It's not that we're timid, it's because I'm just an office clerk with little military prowess. I also want to bring glory to my country, but didn't you hear the rules say that once the savior dies, the bound country will be punished? As a small employee, if I'm selected, I'll be burping my butt right away. Wouldn't it be a hindrance to my country? That's right. We can only pray that the chosen savior of our Dragon Kingdom is a wilderness survival expert, or a professional like a soldier. It's really not possible. Just an amateur boxer or a sports school student is also possible. I really want to know what kind of person the savior of our Dragon Kingdom will be. The internet is filled with discussions about what kind of savior the Dragon Congress will elect. All Dragon Kingdom netizens are paying attention to this selection that concerns the survival of the country. At this moment, in the hospital ward, the patient uncle next to the bed is also holding his phone, following the discussion on the selection of the savior on the huge blog. Shaoan, what kind of mysterious realm are you talking about? Do you really choose a savior to lead our Dragon Kingdom to soar? Uncle asked with confusion. Before Luyao could answer, the uncle muttered to himself, "Hey, whether he's real or not. Anyway, even if it's real, the spot for this savior won't fall on ordinary people like you and me who only have half lives left." Just as uncle finished speaking, and Luyao's mind suddenly heard a prompt sound that was exactly the same as before. "Congratulations, you have been selected as the savior of the Dragon Kingdom, binding Dragon Country's national luck for you." Binding successful. This prompt sound can only be heard by Luyao himself. All the patients next to him were unaware. After hearing the prompt, Luyao was momentarily taken aback, and then his face lit up with joy. Great! His opportunity has finally come. Luyao excitedly clenched his fists. Luyao must lead the entire Dragon Kingdom to soar. Be sure to take down those countries that are besieging the Dragon Kingdom. Soon, the saviors of all countries have been chosen. The inorganic prompt sound also sounded in front of all the people on the blue star in the water. In 10 minutes, all the saviors will be teleported into the realm of mystery. All saviors have 10 minutes to prepare the supplies to be brought into the realm of the underworld. Tip: the total amount of this item is limited to the weight that the savior can carry with both hands. Countdown. Start. 9.59 9.58. Upon learning that the chosen savior was able to carry supplies into the eerie realm, the people of the Dragon Kingdom enthusiastically and generously donated money. "Please contact me immediately, the savior of the Dragon Kingdom. I work in police protective equipment and am willing to provide you with free wearable bulletproof armor. What's the use of light defense? The main goal of entering the eerie realm is to obtain resources, and it's obvious that taking the initiative is the right path. I open a shooting gallery and can provide legal firearms and ammunition to the savior of the Dragon Kingdom. Please contact me as soon as possible, savior." You haven't grasped the key point. Before the troops move, the grain and forage come first. Have you ever heard of this saying? If a person doesn't have food and drink, let alone defense and attack, it's a problem to survive. Who knows if there is water and food in the eerie realm? I run a supermarket and can provide free food and water to the savior of the Dragon Kingdom, packing a full backpack. The senior management of the Dragon Kingdom also attaches great importance to the exploration of the eerie realm, and immediately releases announcements on major apps to search for the savior of the Dragon Kingdom. Please indicate your identity as the savior of the Dragon Kingdom. The official Dragon Kingdom will provide the most advanced strategic rifles and protective armor to your location. This announcement scrolls through major portal websites and apps from the first second of the countdown. Even the country has taken action, and the entire Longwo website is boiling. Everyone is more eager to know the identity of the savior of the Dragon Kingdom. But the savior of the Dragon Kingdom has yet to appear. Luyao didn't miss the announcement of the top placement. He didn't contact anyone, just because he didn't need it. As the only traveler on the blue planet, only he possesses a unique golden finger. Based on his research on psychic extraction, it can be determined that this golden finger has great potential. Don't be fooled by the fact that we can only extract lifespan from potted plants to sustain our own lives now. It's just because we are limited by the real world. Once he enters a mysterious realm full of unknowns and is no longer limited by reality, he will definitely be able to fully absorb spiritual energy and unleash unlimited potential. Sure enough, I knew that exploring the eerie realm was a turning point. My golden finger has finally found a stage to showcase its true strength. Chapter 3. Mysterious Live Streaming. Is the savior of the Dragon Kingdom a terminally ill patient? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Luyao calmly waited for the countdown to end. The uncle next door was still joking. "Young man, why don't you say that the savior of the Dragon Kingdom doesn't show his identity? Is it possible that he himself is a special forces soldier with his own weapons and equipment?" Luyao smiled, seemingly indifferent to these things. Uncle handed Luyao another apple. "Shaoan, let's have an apple. It was bought by my daughter. She took a special leave and came back from out of town to do bone marrow matching with me. The matching has been successful. Eating this apple will also give you a share of good luck. Looking at the patient uncle who had lost all his hair due to chemotherapy but still had high expectations for recovery, and Luyao felt a warm feeling in his heart. Thank you. And Luyao took the apple and wished, it will definitely succeed. Upon hearing this, the uncle smiled with wrinkles on his face. Every fold is embedded with a longing for a better life. Anlu thought for a moment, then reached out and shook hands with the uncle, warning, Uncle, I'm going to be away for a long time. When I'm not here, you need to take care of yourself. Uncle puzzled, where are you going, young man? You haven't even recovered from your illness yet. Luyao just smiled and remained silent. Uncle shook his head and turned his gaze back to the eerie live broadcast room. Ah, I really envy that savior. If it weren't for this illness, I would also want to enter the mysterious realm to bring glory to my country. Unexpectedly, the uncle had just finished speaking and the countdown had reached the last second. A golden light flashed around Luyao's body, and he disappeared from the hospital room in an instant. Uncle was dumbfounded on the spot, and his phone rolled off his hand with a thud. No, can't it be? It's him who is the savior of our dragon kingdom. And at this moment, the inexplicable warning sound also sounded, all the saviors of 200 countries on Blue Star have been selected starting now, teleport to the eerie realm, the countdown has ended, and the 200 saviors of the all-water Blue Star have disappeared in place and entered the eerie realm. And all mobile phones, televisions, large LCD advertising screens on the streets, and computers around the world. All display devices are turned on at the same moment, displaying the images of eerie live streaming rooms. Citizens of each country can not only view their own country's eerie live streaming rooms, but also switch to live streaming rooms in other countries at any time. In order to see the true face of the savior of the Dragon Kingdom, a large number of viewers flooded into the Dragon Kingdom's live broadcast room, and the number of online viewers unexpectedly exceeded 1 billion. At first, the live broadcast was a scene of darkness. The barrage was filled with prayers from the audience of the Dragon Kingdom. Please, we must have a powerful savior. The savior of the Dragon Kingdom must be a firefighter brother or a triathlon athlete. After a long wait of 10 seconds, the live broadcast finally gradually lit up. The audience gradually saw that this was actually a deep tunnel. The faint light came from 2 rows of small lighting fixtures embedded beneath the walls on both sides of the tunnel. The light clearly has some poor contact, flickering and emitting a piercing, electric current sound. The 2 railway tracks on the ground reflected faint light, like 2 long black snakes stretching towards the unknown darkness. It is obvious that this is an abandoned subway tunnel. As the camera moved, the scene in the tunnel gradually revealed itself. At this moment, the audience realized that huge spider webs were everywhere in the tunnel, and the corners were also covered in frost. The wind blowing from an unknown source sounded like the mournful cry of a vengeful soul. This eerie scene made the viewers watching the live broadcast shiver with fear. Although I'm not in this tunnel, I feel so cold just by looking and listening. Are those spider webs a bit too big? The diameter is actually more than twice the width of the railway track. This spider silk is almost thicker than steel bars. With such a loud wind, the spider web is still motionless. How big a spider must have woven this? I thought it was just an ordinary subway tunnel, but I didn't expect it to be so scary. Suddenly, I felt fortunate that the chosen savior was no longer me. Speaking of which, this eerie realm has just started with such high energy. Can our savior of the Dragon Kingdom withstand it? This sentence aroused everyone's curiosity. Everyone is searching for the figure of the savior of the Dragon Kingdom in the dim scene. Suddenly, footsteps sounded from the other end of the tunnel. This is undoubtedly the savior of the Dragon Kingdom. The audience held their breath and gazed nervously and eagerly at the slender figure. A thin and tall young man walked slowly into the center of the picture. The man was wearing thin clothes with a white background and thin blue stripes, and a trendy knitted hat with rolled edges. A few strands of silver-white bangs were exposed from under the brim of the hat. He was holding an apple in his hand and carrying no other equipment. The audience in front of the screen couldn't help but be surprised. I'm not dizzy, am I? The person wearing a hospital uniform with only an apple in his hand is the savior of our dragon kingdom. Ah! It's really a hospital uniform. It's still summer in our dragon country, but this person is wearing a thick knitted hat. It seems like he's a bit seriously ill. Don't be dying, right? Pooh, pooh, what unlucky words to say. Maybe this person is wearing costumes, and his true identity is a stunt performer. Have you ever seen a patient in a movie who needs to perform stunts? Why can't he be an actor? This handsome guy looks no less than those little fresh meat celebrities. Don't be a flower addict. Do you think this is a reality show? It's a mysterious adventure related to the life and death of our dragon kingdom. What's the use of being good-looking? Don't you think he's a bit pale and colorless? Shouldn't it be a terminal illness that is about to hiccup? Don't crow mouth in front. Maybe other countries' saviors are even more trash, but our dragon country patient is still good. Haha. That's right. Let me go to another country's live broadcast room and take a look at what their saviors look like before we talk. I'll go too. A large number of viewers from the dragon country flooded into live streaming rooms in other countries with a confidence-boosting mentality. But soon, they returned with disappointment. Most of the saviors in other countries are the kind of guy who looks super powerful at first glance. Especially the savior of the Lighthouse Nation, wearing the uniform of a professional bodyguard and carrying the most complete weapons and equipment. A helmet, night vision goggles, pistols, rifles, and even bulletproof vests. The savior of Sakura Kingdom is actually the famous ninjutsu master of Sakura Kingdom. Yamamoto Xia. I heard that this person is proficient in invisibility and hidden weapons. Look at the long sword he is carrying on his back, it is said to be an ancestral divine sword. The savior of the corrupt country is an ice hockey player. He entered the eerie realm wearing an ice hockey helmet and protective equipment, and also carried a club. Roar, which means only the players from our dragon country haven't brought anything, have they? It's not that I didn't bring it, at least I brought an apple. It's better not to bring it. Woo-woo. He can't be mentally ill, can he? Which normal person would enter the eerie realm and only bring an apple? I seriously suspect that this person is suffering from mental illness. Who knows our savior of the dragon kingdom? Hurry up and help investigate what exactly disease he has. Actually, it's not just the ordinary people of Dragon Kingdom who are in a hurry at this moment. The official of the Dragon Kingdom is also eager to know what identity the savior who has bound the fate of the Dragon Kingdom is. It doesn't matter if you don't check the results, even the official is dumbfounded. The savior of the Dragon Kingdom, Luyao, is actually a late-stage leukemia patient. The senior officials of the Dragon Kingdom all had a solemn expression on their faces. The national fortune of the Dragon Kingdom is bound to the body of such a critically ill patient. Let a weak late-stage leukemia patient enter a mysterious realm full of unknown dangers, knowing with their knees that they cannot hold on for even an hour. Even if he did not encounter danger in the realm, he would soon die due to a disease outbreak. The chosen saviors from other countries are either professional bodyguards or boxing champions. Only the savior of the Dragon Kingdom is actually a sick patient. The senior management of the entire Dragon Kingdom felt an unprecedented crisis. At the same time, a netizen who didn't know which good thing happened unexpectedly revealed the case files of Luyao and published them on Xintao Jubo. Seeing the case of Luyao, the entire Dragon Kingdom is in a state of turmoil. Oh my goodness, it's really a sick patient, and it's also a terminal illness. I would rather he had a mental illness now. He doesn't even need the enemy to take action, and he won't be able to live long on his own. Woo-woo, with such a sick seedling on the table, our dragon country is considered doomed. The barrage in the live broadcast room was suddenly drowned out by a series of mournful cries. Is the sky of the Dragon Kingdom really going to collapse? Chapter 4. Knowing that there are tigers in the mountains, leaning towards the Tiger Mountain. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The news of a super weak chicken savior from the Dragon Kingdom was leaked by an unknown trader and spread worldwide at the speed of light. A large number of foreign fans flooded into the Dragon Country live broadcast room, beginning to gloat. The Guayu live system automatically translates conversations between people from different countries into content that can be understood by each other. Isn't Dragon Kingdom always boasting of being a superpower? Why is the savior a sick man? It seems that Dragon Kingdom is just a sick man of East Asia. The god of Luyao blesses our Sakura Empire. The Dragon Kingdom's sick man must hide well. Don't let our Yamamoto Lord find him, otherwise he will be the first to sharpen his sword with the Dragon Kingdom's sick man. Longguo accused us of stealing their culture from Nanbangua, and now it's time for retribution. How did the stolen Olympic medals come about? The camera captured them clearly, so I don't need to go into detail, do I? Let's compare them manually. From the Dragon Kingdom, who are you cursing? Curse whoever is young. Sakura country is too shameless. You are intentionally trying to harm our Dragon Country by discharging nuclear wastewater in the direction of our Dragon Country. Humph, whatever you say. Your savior of the Dragon Kingdom is about to die, and our great Sakura Empire is about to rise. The Dragon Kingdom will soon belong to our great Sakura Empire. Our monkey country has a small area and is the most scarce in resources. It is also closely related to the Dragon Country. We should give our monkey country the largest piece of land in the Dragon Country. My lighthouse country hasn't spoken yet. When will it be your turn, these small countries? Longguo and audiences from other countries were arguing fiercely in the barrage of the live broadcast room. The exploration of the mysterious realm has not yet truly begun, and some countries have already started to have crooked intentions of dividing up the Dragon Kingdom. However, Luyao, who was within the eerie realm, was unaware that he had launched a verbal war between the Dragon Kingdom and other countries. He walked along the tunnel not far before encountering a problem. The tunnel ahead was blocked by collapsed boulders and soil blocks. On the left and right walls of the tunnel, there are openings for one person to pass upright. Should we go left or right? Luyao muttered to himself. The dragon people, who were still arguing with foreign enemies, stopped arguing and refocused their attention on the problem facing Luyao when they heard this sentence. There are many spider webs on the right side, so there must be big spiders hidden. There are fewer spider webs on the left, so anyone with normal judgment will definitely choose to turn left. The barrage is almost always one-sided in support of turning left. Unexpectedly, after comparing the density of the spider webs between the two openings for a while, Luyao did not hesitate to crawl into the more right-side openings of the spider webs. For Luyao, the faster he encounters monsters, the more he can verify the power of spiritual energy extraction. He can't wait any longer. The audience in the live broadcast room were all shocked to the point of losing their chins. Is this person having an abnormal brain? Didn't he see more spider webs at the right hole? If foolishness is also a disease, then this guy has no cure. Is it possible that he voluntarily died? After all, this person has a terminal illness. He wants to die, so don't drag the entire Dragon Kingdom into the water. It's too selfish, right? Heaven is about to kill me. The fate of our Dragon Kingdom is actually pinned on such a foolish and selfish person. It's over, there's no hope left. If I had known earlier, I would have sold my family property and immigrated to another country as soon as possible. I still have foresight. As early as last week, my whole family naturalized in Sakura Kingdom. The moon in Sakura Kingdom is larger than that in Dragon Kingdom, and even octopuses have 18 feet. Are you foolish dragon people envious? It's okay, as long as you say, Dragon Country is not good, and send more money to invest, the generous Sakura Country will accept you. The trader in front, don't be fooled. Don't let Grandpa know where you live, Otherwise I'll send you into the sea and eat the mutated seafood from your Sakura country until you're done. Let's come to our lighthouse country. The air in lighthouse country is especially sweet, and if you inhale too much air in dragon country, you will get sick. Dragon country can only choose a savior from the 6 seedlings because you inhale too much air in dragon country. Nima, a group of 2 devils are gloating here. The rules of the Eerie realm state that the punishment for the death of the savior includes but is not limited to having the lifespan of all citizens. This is just an example, perhaps there may be even more terrifying ones. If I had money to nourish it, I would also like to nourish it. Do you know what it means to live and die together with your country? Those like you who are afraid of death and want to surrender to the enemy will definitely become traitors in times of war. The audience of the Dragon Kingdom had a heated argument with the mischievous second devil and foreigners in the barrage. Seeking benefits and avoiding harm is human nature, and individuals have already begun to inquire about immigration matters. But most of the people of the Dragon Kingdom still hold on to their homeland, vowing to live and die together with their motherland. A small percentage of optimistic people still believe that miracles will happen. In order to stabilize public sentiment and prevent malicious individuals from taking advantage of the chaos to split the Dragon Kingdom, the official Dragon Kingdom urgently ordered the national television station to launch a live broadcast program of the Eerie domain. Hosted by popular beauty host Xiao Xiao, responsible for hosting this program. If the Earth doesn't explode, we won't have a vacation. If the universe doesn't restart, we won't rest. To all the viewers in front of the TV, phone, and computer, I'm your good friend Xiao Xiao. Xiao Xiao's sweet smile triggered a warm welcome from the barrage. Xiao Xiao continued, at a time when Aquarius was about to be in a desperate situation due to resource depletion, the arrival of the mysterious exploration brought hope to all humanity. Although the savior of our Dragon Kingdom, Luyao, is a critically ill patient, his unwavering spirit in the face of danger is worth learning from for each and every one of us. Besides, we also have one chance every week to pass on messages to the Savior. As long as all of us dragon people unite and find a way to successfully survive in the Eerie realm, and transmit this information to the Savior of the Dragon Kingdom, we can definitely turn the situation around and let the Dragon Kingdom usher in a new takeoff. In order to provide better advice for the Savior of the Dragon Country, the national television station specially invited well-known experts from all walks of life to conduct on-site connections. Xiao Xiao's sweet voice inspired the audience, reigniting hope for the once depressed people of the Dragon Kingdom. Now, let's welcome the 3 guests' appearances together. With Xiao Xiao's signal, 3 small windows are displayed above the broadcast screen. The 3 guests are military expert General Yun, wilderness survival expert He Yi, and international situation commentator internet celebrity Wogwa. Xiao Xiao and General Yun, 2 beautiful women with different styles, appeared simultaneously, which excited the audience of Dragon Country. Xiao Xiao is so cute, General Yun is both cool and hot. With her 2 present, the ratings cannot be ranked first in the world. He Ye's wilderness survival program is a must-have textbook for adventure enthusiasts. After giving a brief introduction to the guests, Xiao Xiao immediately asked the most puzzled questions from netizens. May I ask your guests' opinions on the behavior of the savior of the Dragon Kingdom, and Luyao, actively entering more holes in the spider web? The Cloud General frowned and answered seriously, the appearance of a spider web with a diameter wider than a railway track means that the spiders hidden in this tunnel will never be small in size. Ordinary insects obviously cannot fill such a large spider's stomach. Their diet is likely to be that of mammals. And Luyao chooses to turn right, which will greatly increase his chances of encountering the big spider. And he was dragging a sickly body, unable to have the strength to escape. Moreover, without carrying any weapons, it is difficult to engage in a head-on confrontation with this carnivorous creature. This explanation immediately lowered the atmosphere on site. Xiao Xiao clearly noticed that the atmosphere was not right, so she quickly coughed softly to remind her. General Yun reacted and the conversation changed. Of course, these are just speculations. Maybe there isn't such a large spider. And there is an ancient saying in the Dragon Kingdom. The most dangerous place is the safest. Is it possible that you are actually using a certain tactic? Chapter 5. Terror Realm. Man-eating spiders in underground tunnels. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lord, he couldn't help but nod in agreement. The strange realms entered by the saviors of other countries are also very eerie. Just now, I went to watch the live broadcast of the Lighthouse Country, and even well-trained professional bodyguards would show nervousness. But the savior of the Dragon Kingdom seems to be leisurely walking. I always feel that the savior of the Dragon Kingdom is not simple. General Yun and Lord He's comments on Luyao have made the people of Longwa slightly less disdainful of Luyao. But unfortunately, at this moment, an untimely voice interjected, "I don't think so." The speaker is a famous international situation commentator and internet celebrity. Wogwa shook the fan and said with a slanted gaze, "The chosen saviors from other countries are all healthy people, but the savior from the Dragon Kingdom is a sick person. What does this mean?" It indicates that the physical fitness of the entire Dragon Kingdom needs to be improved. A while ago, I went on a study tour to Sakura country and found that it is a country that places great emphasis on people's health. The toilets in Sakura country's public toilets are cleaned according to edible standards. They are so clean that even the water in the toilet can be consumed directly. Moreover, Sakura Chinese people have been exercising their children's physique since childhood. Starting from kindergarten, children are required to wear shorts and soak in ice water in winter. Dragon Country should learn from Sakura Country in order to comprehensively improve the physical fitness of its citizens. After listening to the comments from Mugwa, netizens from Longwa were completely angered and collectively fried the pan. I went to Sakura Country once, and when I returned, I started platform for Sakura Country. How much did I charge? I have to go a few more times. Haven't I even forgotten who my ancestors are? Mugwa, is the toilet water in Sakura Country delicious? Did you drink too much toilet water, so you sprayed feces all over your mouth? The muggle was spewed down by the barrage of comments from netizens, and immediately turned black and turned off the camera on the spot. General Yun had long been displeased with Fong Fong and rolled his eyes fiercely, saying, "Although Luyao is in the late stage of blood cancer, you can see his steady progress, and he doesn't seem like a person with a serious illness should have." And other countries' saviors have also descended into the same subway tunnels, but they have all worn thick jackets, indicating that the temperature in the tunnels is very low. But the savior of our Dragon Kingdom, wearing only a thin hospital uniform, did not see him tremble at all. He doesn't seem to be afraid of the cold at all. Think about it, does this fit the physique of a late-stage cancer patient? If Luyao could still have such a good physique after suffering from a serious illness, it is reasonable to speculate that if he were in a healthy state, his physique would probably be even better than that of a professional triathlon athlete. General Yun's speech has once again boosted the confidence of the audience in Dragon Country. Host Xiao Xiao also spoke confidently, "Thank you for your analysis. Everyone should believe in our savior and believe that he can bring miracles to the Dragon Country." The positive analysis of the guests and hosts quickly took effect, and under the online post about Luyao's case, comments began to appear suspecting that the case was fake. Netizens are speculating under the post that Luyao is actually using the identity of a patient to conceal his extraordinary strength. After listening to the expert's interpretation, I believe everyone is eager to know the current situation of Luyao in our Dragon Kingdom. Now let's switch the screen back to the Dragon Kingdom's eerie domain live broadcast room. At this point, Luyao has walked along the tunnel on the right for over 100 meters. The tunnel is becoming more and more open, and there are no more condensed ice crystals in the corners of the walls. Luyao clearly felt a significant increase in body temperature. As we move forward, the spider webs become denser and even hang down like door curtains, blocking the way forward. Luyao had to raise his hand to lift the hanging curtain formed by the spider web and move forward. Suddenly, something hit his forehead. And Luyao looked up and found that it was actually an animal's foot bone. The foot bone is connected to the leg bone, with a small amount of already rotten skin attached to it, hanging from the shadow above the head. Looking up along the leg bones, I found that it was actually the remains of a large mammal, wrapped in a cocoon formed by a huge spider web on the top of the tunnel. This scene was also seen by the audience watching the live broadcast. The audience was all dumbfounded by fear, sleeping trough. I'm studying zoobotany, these are the bones of large feline animals. Can even catch large feline animals. The savior, hurry up and run back. What are you still staring at? I'm really impressed. Can we replace him? I really wish I could go in and run for him. Isn't there a chance every 7 days to pass on a message to the savior? Use it now. Yes, the official reminds him quickly that he can't go any further. At the same time, General Yun, who is located in the highest military command center of the Dragon Kingdom, is also seeking advice from his superiors and earnestly requesting the use of communication opportunities. But the opinions of the senior management are not unified. The opportunity to convey messages is precious and can only be used when more urgent situations arise. General Yun's expression was firm and his tone urgent. Knowing that moving forward will definitely encounter danger, the savior of the Dragon Kingdom is also a patient and will undoubtedly die. If the savior dies, the Dragon Kingdom will be punished. Isn't this still considered an urgent moment? Upon hearing this, the old marshal stroked his graying beard and finally nodded. A prompt message from the official Dragon Kingdom was displayed in the form of text in front of Luyao. Danger ahead, don't move forward, immediately retreat. Luyao glanced at the message and then clicked close. The audience breathed a sigh of relief and said, wow, he should be heading towards safety this time. Unexpectedly, Luyao took a big step and not only did not retreat, but also rushed towards danger with some impatience. Even on Luyao's face, the audience saw not fear, but excitement. Crazy, this fool is definitely crazy. As we walked forward, there were more spider silk cocoons wrapped around animal carcasses on our heads, densely stacked one layer after another. The horror level of the screen has already made the audience in front of the screen shiver. It's over, it's over. There are more and more animal carcasses hanging from the top. Is this approaching the monster's lair? Is it my illusion? The more corpses there are, why does this guy seem to be getting more excited? He's a little changed, his demeanor. Ha, the sick man of the Dragon Kingdom is about to die. The Dragon Kingdom will eventually belong to our Sakura Empire. If the Dragon people request our lighthouse country can immediately accept you, as long as the Dragon country agrees to become a subsidiary of the lighthouse country. Keyboardists from Sakura Kingdom and Lighthouse Kingdom, don't be too arrogant, this is the territory of Dragon Kingdom. It will soon become the territory of my Sakura country, The Dragon people are very angry, but now the savior of the Dragon country is too weak. Even if he wants to take back, he has no confidence. Just as the barrage was raging, the screen suddenly shook violently. 6 purple-red light balls were revealed between the dense spider webs and the white bones. The argument on the barrage instantly came to an end, and everyone's eyes were drawn to the sudden appearance of the light ball. A few purple-black insect legs, thicker than a baby's arms, deftly separated the spider web. A giant purple-black spider standing one head higher than Luyao appeared 10 meters away. Chapter 6. Excellent hunters often appear in the form of prey. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Those few purple-red light balls are actually the eyes of the spider's abdomen. At the moment of seeing the appearance of the new prey, those eyes suddenly turned blood red. Spiders. There are really giant spiders. This spider's head is actually bigger than this fool's head. Can't you bite off half of his head in one bite? The legs are as long as bamboo, this spider running 1 step is equivalent to a human running 20 steps, isn't it? Dead set. The savior of our Dragon Kingdom is a critically ill patient, he must not be able to escape. The barrage was full of words that made Luyao feel determined, but Luyao, who was in danger, remained calm as if looking at a gentle cat. The mysterious prompt sound rang again, warning. The savior of the Dragon Kingdom has discovered a strange realm creature. Starting to parse biological attributes. Name. Giant carnivorous spider, power level. G. Habit. Prefers to live in the dark. Likes to eat prey's brains and uses the claws of the mouth to crush prey's skull. Ability. Spinning. Using the sprayed spider silk to wrap around prey, it can fly from eaves to walls with the help of spider silk. Its spider silk has extraordinary toughness, with 3 or more spider silk woven together, and its strength is equivalent to steel bars. Description of the warfare level of the strange domain creatures. There are 10 levels from high to low, which are SSS, SS, S, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Did you make a mistake? Is the lowest level of the eerie realm creatures so scary? Isn't that the higher level ones? The road ahead is worrying. The audience of Dragon Kingdom is worried. But strangely, Luyao had no fear at all. He made a bizarre move for the audience. He even extended a hand to the giant cannibal spider. The apple carrying good luck lies in the palm of my hand. Be good, come on, eat apples. The cannibal spider is obviously the first time it has seen its prey that not only does not hide, but also wants to get close to it. It suddenly feels a bit unsure of how to react. In the past, the prey it encountered would basically start running at the first sight. Even creatures that are taller and more agile than the humans in front of them are no exception. But the human in front of us has neither sharp long horns that can pierce the opponent's chest, nor agile hooves. He was completely naked, except for a light and flowing rag and that ridiculous little fruit. How dare such a weak human dare to look directly at themselves? One person, one spider, froze in place. Seeing this bizarre scene, the barrage exploded. Eat a ghost apple. It's you who's about to be eaten. Don't run quickly, are you waiting to be eaten? Grass, a kind of plant, this savior is so foolish, I can't bear to watch anymore. It would be great if this fool dies earlier. I'm willing to use 1/10 of my lifespan to replace a savior with a normal IQ. I'm glad I moistened quickly and didn't feel burdened by such a foolish savior. A group of Dragon Country viewers left the live broadcast room cursing and cursing. In the broadcast room of the national television station, because he saw that the savior of the Dragon Kingdom was in danger, the internet celebrity Wogwa specially turned on the camera and said sarcastic things. TSK TSK TSK, what did I say earlier? The savior of the Dragon Kingdom can't do it. Some people just don't listen and speak for him. General Yun rolled his eyes and said, the savior of the Dragon Kingdom can't do it. Can you do it? Can you do it? Go ahead. The muggle was scolded, making its 7 orifices smoke. It was so angry that it fanned loudly. Arguing undermines his refined character, but it does not prevent him from practicing the yin-yang dharma. Yin-yang is safe and the road is far away. It's not that I curse the savior of the Dragon Kingdom, but the fact is that. As you have seen from the introduction of the cannibal spider just now, it can use spider silk for long-distance hunting. As long as it spits out spider silk, it can tie up its prey without moving a step. The cocoons made of spider silk and the corpses hanging at the top of the tunnel were also caught in this way. If we were to switch to a professional bodyguard like the savior of the Lighthouse Kingdom, there is still a good chance of escaping. However, the sickly savior of the Dragon Kingdom's ability to run is still a problem. TSK TSK, we can only seek our own blessings. Lord, he shook his head and sighed, spider silk can be ignited. If you bring a lighter into the eerie realm, you can also burn the spider silk. But Brotherin didn't bring anything. Entangled by spider silk, one can still find a way to break free. The most dangerous thing is that the claws of this giant cannibal spider are very hard, and when opened, they can twist a human's neck with a pair of scissors. Upon hearing this, General Yun pursed her lips tightly. As a talkative woman, she rarely uttered a word. She is currently located inside the highest military command base in the Dragon Kingdom, participating in the broadcast of the national television station through an internet connection. On the giant screen in front of me, there are also scenes of eerie live streaming rooms from 200 countries across Aqua Blue Star. The differences in body size, strength, and equipment among the saviors of different countries can be clearly seen through intuitive visual comparisons. Even though she tried to defend the savior of the Dragon Kingdom, she was very clear about the gap between Luyao and other saviors in her heart. She stared closely at the live broadcast of the Dragon Kingdom's eerie realm on the giant screen, wanting to issue another warning to Luyao, but suddenly remembered that the communication opportunities for this week had been exhausted. She couldn't help but give the table a hard thud. Marshal Whitebeard shook his head, apparently believing that Luyao would definitely die this time. The Marshal ordered, immediately activate the Savior Preparation Plan. All branches of the Dragon Kingdom will undergo devil training, selecting the best and being ready to be selected into the eerie realm at any time. As soon as the Marshal finished speaking, the body of the giant cannibal spider suddenly moved. A semi-transparent mucus shot out from the spider's spinner and came straight towards Onlu. With a whoosh sound, Luyao was entangled in spider silk around his waist. The cannibal spider, who originally wanted to shoot spider silk and test the reaction of the prey in front of him, found that Luyao had been obediently entangled by the spider silk, and then felt relieved. Ha ha ha, it seems that the human in front of me is really a fool. Seeing spider silk shooting towards me, I didn't even know how to dodge. This is the first time in my hunting career that I have encountered such a foolish prey. The cannibal spider looked contemptuously at Luyao, feeling that this prey was not at all challenging. It bored and picked the claws on its mouth, spitting out the bone fragments of its previous prey. It seems that even the insect net commonly used to bind prey doesn't need to be woven anymore. Just rush over and eat the foolish human in front of you. The decision was made, and the cannibal spider immediately shot a strand of spider silk and hung itself from the ceiling. Immediately, the 8 long legs with barbs suddenly pressed down and bounced back like springs. The giant spider swung into mid-air with the help of spider silk, and unexpectedly shot towards Luyao like a huge purple-black shell. The spider silk wrapped around his waist did not cause any obstruction to Luyao's movements, and his legs were free. But in the face of such a terrifying enemy, Luyao didn't even hide. He still held the apple, smiling at the spider. It seems like what's in front of him is really a good cat begging for food. Quickly dodge. The audience watching the live broadcast shouted on the barrage. Unfortunately, their cries cannot be conveyed on the screen. Luyao, who was in a mysterious realm, couldn't possibly see the barrage. And even if he sees it, he doesn't need to listen at all. The spider's long legs flexibly flicked the web that covered the tunnel walls, and in the blink of an eye, the distance from Luyao, which was originally only 10 meters, was shortened to 1 meter. The purple-black head, which was 1 circle larger than Luyao's head, was already within reach. The claws around his mouth opened wide, as he was about to clamp Luyao's head. Dead set. The host Xiao Xiao was so scared that she covered her eyes and completely forgot that she was still hosting the program. Chapter 7. Global First Kill. Luyao brings glory to the country. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Luyao's hand holding the apple has already touched the head of the cannibal spider. Just when everyone felt that Luyao was going to die, a sudden signal interruption flashed through the live broadcast screen, causing snowflake noise to appear. But in the blink of an eye, the snowflake noise disappeared. When the audience saw the live broadcast footage again, they saw the giant cannibal spider that had just flown over the eaves and walls, bouncing and jumping, unexpectedly falling apart. Its head, abdomen, and 8 long legs were scattered into segmented parts from its joints, shattering to pieces on the ground. And the sharp-eyed audience was shocked to find that there was no trace of flesh and blood in those body parts. The giant cannibal spider has turned into a pile of empty shells. And Luyao's heavenly spirit cover was not only not cut open, but also his outstretched hand was not missing a finger. Even that apple remains round. And on the ground, the head of the cannibal spider that rolled down to Luyao's feet, with its round eyes full of shock and disbelief. All the viewers who watched the live broadcast of Dragon Kingdom's eerie realm forgot to breathe. For a full 3 minutes, there was no barrage on the live broadcast screen because everyone was so shocked that they forgot to send a comment. And in Luyao's ear, a warning tone that only he could hear sounded, "Activate spiritual energy extraction, obtained. Lifetime of 10 years. Obtained. Ability to spit silk. Sure enough, not only life is extracted from creatures in the eerie realm. To confirm, Luyao immediately summoned the status panel for browsing. Name. Luyao, talent. Spiritual energy extraction, remaining lifespan. 10 years and 17 hours, ability. Spinning silk. The status panel has added an ability item, and the lifespan has also increased by a full 10 years. And the effect of suddenly obtaining a 10-year lifespan is also obvious. He only felt a warm current surging into his blood vessels. The chest, which was originally thin and skinny, suddenly became full in an instant. The biceps of the arms and the quadriceps of the legs also swelled up, stretching out the shape of the muscles that were originally hanging empty on the body. The originally sickly pale skin also emitted a radiance. He tried to clench his fists tightly, and his grip strength significantly increased. On the round apple, there were 5 dimly indented finger marks left. It's truly my lucky apple. Luyao was satisfied and put the apple with finger marks into the pocket of the hospital uniform. His inner self was ecstatic, but his face was calm and calm. A G.level monster at the lowest level can extract a lifespan of 10 years. Would it be possible to extract more lifespan from higher level monsters? As long as he continuously extracts spiritual energy from monsters, achieving immortality is not difficult. And he was also curious about the effects of that newly acquired ability. I really want to quickly find the second monster and test the newly acquired ability. And the news of his successful killing of the cannibal spider was also broadcast in the form of a broadcast, scrolling through the Dragon Kingdom live broadcast room. Congratulations to the savior of the Dragon Kingdom, Luyao, for successfully killing the G.level eerie creature, giant man-eating spider. Congratulations to the savior of the Dragon Kingdom, Luyao, for successfully killing the G.level eerie creature, giant man-eating spider. Outside the screen, the audience watching the live broadcast finally came to their senses. Sleeping trough. How did that cannibal spider die just now? What did Xiaoga do to the spider? Nima, the signal was not good just now, and I didn't even see the most crucial shot. Did you record the screen with a big god? Please replay. Playback requested. Countless people are frantically asking on the barrage what exactly happened just now. The screen of the Longwo live broadcast room was instantly flashed by the barrage of requests for screen recording and playback. Host Xiao Xiao carefully peeked through her fingers at the eerie live broadcast footage and was also stunned by the spider that had turned into an empty shell. Oh my goodness. Audience friends, have you seen it? A giant cannibal spider, as tall as a human, has been subdued by the savior of our Dragon Kingdom. Unfortunately, the broadcaster provided feedback that the replay footage was blurry for unknown reasons and could not present the crucial scene of Xiaoga subduing the cannibal spider to everyone. Xiao Xiao is actually curious about what happened just now. If it weren't for staying in front of the camera to host the program, could she have personally gone to the director's room to watch the replay and confirm? As soon as Xiao Xiao finished speaking, a new announcement came from the Guiyu live broadcast room. Congratulations to the savior of the Dragon Kingdom, Luyao, for winning the world's first kill. The savior of the Dragon Kingdom, Luyao, has received the first kill reward. The lifespan of all Dragon Kingdom citizens has increased by 5 years. As soon as these two announcements exploded, the entire aqua blue star caused a sensation. Host Xiao Xiao's voice trembled with excitement as he said, "The savior of the Dragon Kingdom, and Luyao, has won the world's first kill for us. He has brought glory to our Dragon Kingdom." And just the second after the first kill reward was announced, all the dragon people felt a clear vitality injected into their bodies. The effect of increasing life by 5 years is obvious. On the barrage of the Dragon Country live broadcast room, the people of Dragon Country excitedly expressed their feelings of adding 5 years of life. "My asthma has actually improved. I had an asthma attack just now, forgot to bring my throat spray, and thought I would die. I didn't expect to increase my lifespan by 5 years, and my breathing became smooth in an instant. Thank you to the savior of the Dragon Kingdom, who saved my life. My mother's lower back and leg pain has actually improved. Miracle. My whole body is full of energy. Originally, I could only lift a barbell weighing up to 20 kilograms, but suddenly I could lift up to 30 kilograms. Who just said they hoped that Brotherin would die soon and then use 1/10 of his lifespan to replace a new savior on the field? Did they face each other now? Mr. N not only didn't let the Dragon Man die, but also gave the Dragon Man 5 years of life. Thank you, An Luyao, for saving my life. Ah, my goodness. An Luyao's reputation reversed and suddenly became the pride of the dragon people. And in the ward where An Luyao used to live, the patient's uncle proudly introduced An Luyao to every nurse and patient who passed by the ward, pointing to the screen on his phone. "Look at you, the savior of the Dragon Kingdom, he's in the same ward as me. Is the apple in his hand that I gave him to attract the cannibal spider? It must be because of this lucky apple that he was able to defeat the cannibal spider." Doctors and nurses are also using their work breaks to follow this live broadcast. Seeing An Luyao miraculously survive the attack of the cannibal spider, the doctor couldn't help but boast, "I used to be the attending physician of the savior of the Dragon Kingdom. When he was treating in our department, he was particularly miraculous. He was on the brink of death 1 minute ago, but suddenly stood up the next minute. I knew he wouldn't die that easily." What about those devils who used to bark in our Dragon Country live broadcast room? Why have they all become mute now? It's probably because they saw the savior who had the worst conditions and was looked down upon the most by all the water blue stars, and actually took the first kill that even the fully armed saviors in their country did not get. I'm jealous and crying, ha ha ha. I just went to the live broadcast room of Lighthouse Country to watch. Their savior, despite carrying the most advanced equipment, only knows how to avoid monsters and choose a safe path. He's just a coward. Our sick man from the Dragon Kingdom is much braver. I now understand why he took the initiative to walk towards the monster. It turns out he was trying to win the first kill. Foreign spenders and second devils are indeed jealous. Especially when I saw the Dragon Man's comprehensive improvement in physical fitness after receiving a 5-year lifespan due to the first kill reward, I was extremely envious. The sound of "sick man of East Asia," which used to sound like a rhyme, can no longer be spoken. But this is just the first monster, and besides, no one has seen the scene of An Luyao killing the monster, so in the eyes of foreign experts, the victory of the Dragon Kingdom is simply not convincing. Foreign spenders are still very stubborn. Don't be too arrogant, dragon people. It's just a low-level monster, what's so amazing? If we were the savior of Monkey Kingdom, we could easily kill it. Shoo. Our lighthouse savior doesn't even bother wasting time on such a low-level monster. This time, it's just your dragon savior's luck to survive by encountering a low-level monster. Next time, we won't have such good luck. Our Sakura country is generous and won't argue with you. Let's make you happy now. Soon, you won't be able to laugh anymore. Chapter 8. Monkey Kingdom Savior, Death. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the connecting screen between the broadcasts, the previously bored Wogwa, who was shaking the fan, was shocked to hear Luyao win the world's first kill reward, and the fan fell to the ground with a snap sound. Impossible. This is absolutely impossible. His small green bean eyes, shocked, widened to the point of turning into two red jujube eyes. He's a critically ill patient, how could he possibly kill a man-eating spider? He scratched his head and couldn't even figure out the principle behind it. Lord, he also opened his mouth wide for a long time, unable to believe that under such a large power gap, Luyao could kill the man-eating spider. Could it be that there is some kind of virus or fungus that corrodes the flesh of organisms in this eerie realm? Spiders have long been infected and have already consumed most of their flesh and blood. When attacking the savior of the Dragon Kingdom, due to intense activity, the spider scattered and exposed an empty shell that had been eaten up with flesh and blood. Anyway, the savior of the Dragon Kingdom has good luck. Wogwa hid behind the fan and wrinkled his nose in defiance. In my opinion, he just had bad luck. Unfortunately, luck is not sustainable. Next time, luck may not be as good. It's impossible to survive in the mysterious realm by luck. The dragon people have a bad habit of last-minute cramming, which leads them to enter the eerie realm without any preparation. Look at the saviors of the Lighthouse Country and the Sakura Country, they are both well prepared and well trained. Our dragon country should humbly learn from these advanced countries. Longwa netizens, after listening to the comments of Wogwa, sent barrage comments in protest. Can you block this jerk? It's annoying to hear him speak. That's it. The fact that the savior of the Dragon Kingdom is still alive is something that the whole country should be grateful for, but this lack of vision must ruin the scenery. Wogwa was so angry that he turned off the camera again. He seriously suspects that the national television station does not play replay footage, which is a trick. It shouldn't be. Is it possible that the official of Jackie Chan secretly stuffed something into this guy? There is no publicly disclosed micro-high-tech weapon, and in order to hide this secret weapon, he specially used a signal jammer to interfere with the live broadcast signal. Is that Apple just a disguised high-tech weapon? TSK, this is a military secret that can sell a lot of money. I really have a pair of keen eyes that are good at discovering business opportunities. The Muggle smiled and squinted his eyes, unable to even bother picking up the fan. He quickly rushed to the desk and picked up a pen. He wants to immediately write a report with illustrations about the secret of the Apple-type high-tech weapon he discovered in the Dragon Country, and send it to the Lighthouse Country, replacing it with a bunch of Lighthouse Country banknotes. In his view, only Lighthouse currency is the hard currency of Aqua Blue Star. And the Cloud General, who has been monitoring 200 live broadcast rooms at the same time, was also shocked for a long time and couldn't recall it. After finally recovering from the shock, she let out a long sigh of relief and collapsed back in the chair. Just now she really thought Luyao was doomed. After all, Luyao is clearly the worst condition among the 200 saviors. At the moment when the cannibal spider attacked, the first thing that came to her mind was her grandfather, who had been bedridden for years. Once Luyao dies, Dragon Country will be punished with a 1/10 reduction in the lifespan of the entire population, and Grandpa will undoubtedly die. She was raised by her grandfather, and if he left, her only relative in this world would be gone. However, Luyao actually survived. Thinking that his grandfather had escaped death as a result, General Yun clenched his fists in cold sweat. But how could Luyao become the first of these 200 saviors to kill the creatures in the eerie realm? If it weren't for the low level of the monster killed and the unknown cause of its death, Luyao would have attracted the attention of all official countries in the entire Aquarius planet. However, as a member of the Dragon Kingdom military, General Yun is well aware that Luyao did not carry any advanced weapons provided by the Dragon Kingdom official. So it doesn't make sense for him to kill the cannibal spider. On second thought, it seems that only He's analysis can make sense. He's right. Moreover, the low-temperature environment in the tunnel is not conducive to the survival of spiders. And Luyao's victory this time may be due to the dual effects of spider disease and environmental temperature. But no matter what the reason is, at least Mr. N can still maintain a smile when facing such a terrifying cannibal spider, and his courage is commendable. The people of Longwa also agree with this, indeed. If I had seen such a big spider in front of me, I would have been scared to pee long ago. No matter how the cannibal spider died, Mr. N's composure are not something that ordinary people can achieve. I really admire him for that. Having courage alone is useless. Experts have analyzed it correctly. This time, it may just be a blind cat encountering a dead mouse, because the spider was already sick, and Xiaoga narrowly won. On the road ahead, he still avoids monsters, continues to develop, and strives to live longer. The people of the Dragon Kingdom are temporarily feeling uneasy. But the big stone has not yet been settled, and the announcement of the Eerie Domain system is sounding cold again. Monkey Country player 1 Peiyuan died after being attacked by a mysterious creature. Monkey Country player 1 Peiyuan died after being attacked by a mysterious creature. This broadcast is scrolling through all the Eerie Live broadcast rooms of Aqua Blue Star. The entire Water Blue Star turned pale upon hearing it. General Yun was puzzled and said, although the people of Monkey Country are thinner, they are extremely good at crawling and rolling in the dense forest, and their physical fitness is excellent. This characteristic was experienced by the people of the Monkey Kingdom during the battles between the Lighthouse Kingdom and the Monkey Kingdom in the jungle. Lord He also said somewhat incredulously, in theory, the physical fitness of monkeys and Chinese people should be the most suitable for survival in environments like the Eerie Realm. But how could the first one to die be the savior of the Monkey Kingdom? The Muggle, who was calculating how much lighthouse coins he could exchange for his new intelligence, stopped writing when he heard the death announcement of the Monkey Kingdom savior and curiously boarded the Monkey Kingdom live broadcast room. All the people are eager to go to the live broadcast room of Monkey Country to see the situation. Host Xiao Xiao suppressed her nervousness and said to the camera, I believe everyone is very concerned about the current situation of the Monkey Kingdom savior. Now, let's cut the scene to the Monkey Kingdom's Eerie Live broadcast room to explore the truth. The broadcast screen immediately switched to the Eerie Live broadcast room of Monkey Kingdom. The live broadcast footage of Monkey Kingdom starts with high energy. A skinny man with dark skin fell to the ground, and this was the savior of the Monkey Kingdom, Wan Peiyuan. His death in the picture is tragic and terrifying. A large hole was dug in his abdomen, mixed with red and white, unable to distinguish whether it was flesh or intestines, and it flowed out from his abdominal wound. A giant mosquito with a sickle-like front foot and a barb, with a body size comparable to that of a giant cannibal spider, is stepping on him, sucking plasma from his abdomen with its long mouthpiece. The audience who saw this scene almost vomited in disgust. Chapter 9. Terror Punishment. Monkey Kingdom is slaughtered by vampire mosquitoes. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Nausea. Host Xiao Xiao almost couldn't help but want to vomit. She stood in front of the huge screen in the broadcast room and saw high-definition footage that was hundreds of times larger than what the audience had seen. It can be imagined how much impact this scene had on her. But the professional competence of the host still made her quickly suppress the disgusting feeling and continue to explain to the audience. Watch. Audience friends, according to the information sent by the backstage guide, it can be seen that the monster encountered by the Monkey Kingdom savior is a G.level bloodthirsty spotted mosquito. Mr. He. The spotted mosquito is one of the most poisonous mosquitoes in the world. The spotted mosquito is very common in the tropical regions of Monkey Country, Dragon Country, and White Elephant Country. Ordinary-sized spotted mosquitoes, as long as their number reaches over 100, can absorb an adult's blood overnight. Moreover, it is a spotted mosquito with a body size comparable to that of an adult man. Lord He's words became a prophecy. In the live broadcast, the body of the savior of the Monkey Kingdom, who was originally full of flesh and blood, was unexpectedly sucked into a dry corpse by the bloodthirsty spotted mosquito in just 2 sentences. This scene directly made Xiao Xiao's face pale and almost fainted. If the host faints in front of the camera, it will turn into a live broadcast accident. The director hurriedly cut the camera to the expert guests. The muggle had a pale complexion and rushed out of the camera with a fan covering its mouth. The next second, a very loud vomiting sound came from outside the camera. The guide was speechless and then cut the screen for He. Mr. He spoke at a fast pace. Obviously his emotions were not very stable. You zoom in and see that the sickle and axe held by the Monkey Kingdom's savior are all sharpened. And there's not even a trace of injury on that huge bloodthirsty spotted mosquito. Is it possible that the monster in this eerie realm is invincible? The screen cuts back to the cloud. General Yun has had a lot of battlefield experience and has seen scenes of stomach breaking and intestinal bleeding, so he has the strongest ability to withstand pressure among the guests present in the death scene of the Monkey Kingdom savior. But even so, the corners of her mouth remained tight and her expression was not relaxed. The monster that killed the Monkey Kingdom savior is of the same level as the one encountered by our Dragon Kingdom savior in Luyao. From the tragic death of the Monkey Kingdom savior, it can be seen that even the lowest level of eerie creatures are not as easy to deal with as we previously thought. The savior of the Dragon Kingdom, and Luyao, may not have survived from G.level monsters as easily as we thought before. At this moment, the Guayu live streaming system began playing new warnings again. Warning. Warning. Monkey Kingdom is about to be punished for the death of its savior. Punishment. 10 million spotted mosquitoes are found within the territory of Monkey Country. As soon as this punishment news came out, officials from various countries around Aquarius quickly used satellites and drones to observe the situation in Monkey Country. And Longwa National Television also broadcasted real-time images transmitted by satellites and drones on the screen for the first time. Only 10 million spotted mosquitoes appeared out of thin air within the territory of Monkey Kingdom. From the aerial perspective of the satellite, one can only see them descending like dark clouds, covering the land of Monkey Kingdom. From the detailed on-site footage captured by drones, it can be seen that wherever they pass, whether it is livestock or humans, they are all spared. Any prey that is locked in by them will be covered by densely packed spotted mosquitoes from head to toe, transforming into a moving black ghost. In the blink of an eye, the spotted mosquito can suck up the blood of its prey. After the blood is drained, they will buzz away again, leaving behind a withered corpse. Buzzing, they flutter their black wings, flying over villages and cities one after another, leaving behind one empty village after another, one empty city after another. People cry and shout, smoke and burn. But the previous batch of spotted mosquitoes were burned to death, and in the blink of an eye, there are still more army of spotted mosquitoes to fill in. Lucky people are at most stared at with mosquito bags all over their heads and bodies, completely unrecognizable. Unfortunately, the person has turned into a zombie with staring hollow eyes. So what are 10 million spotted mosquitoes? That's 10 million demons, slaughtering the Monkey Kingdom. The speed of slaughtering the city with 10 million flower-legged mosquitoes is very fast, like a black storm. In just half an hour, it has already wiped out half of the vitality of the Monkey Kingdom. All those who have seen this scene have fallen into a long silence. Finally, the entire people of Aquarius realized that the punishment for the death of the savior was definitely more terrifying than they could have imagined before. In the broadcast room of the national television station, the host Xiao Xiao's face was colorless, but he still insisted on standing in front of the camera to continue hosting. The death of the savior of the Monkey Kingdom and the plight of the Monkey Kingdom are very heartbreaking. But we must not be intimidated by this and cannot give up hope. I believe that the experience of the Monkey Kingdom's savior can serve as a reference and warning for our Dragon Kingdom. Many netizens are curious about what the Monkey Kingdom's savior encountered before his death. Longwa National Television has actually sent people to record 200 eerie live broadcast rooms on screen. Unfortunately, the official felt that the footage was too bloody and had no intention of publicly playing this video. But the versatile netizen still managed to obtain the screen recording in the Monkey Country live broadcast room and uploaded it to Jubo. Curious netizens flocked to Jubo to watch. On the video, the savior of the monkey kingdom is in an environment of urban ruins. The tall buildings are stacked in a crooked manner, resembling the scene after an earthquake. Apart from Wan Peiyuan, there are no other figures in the picture. Occasionally, small snowflakes fall from the air. The wind passed through the broken windows of those empty buildings, emitting a mournful scream. Wan Peiyuan rubbed her arms vigorously and curled up into a shrimp. He, who comes from the always warm and humid monkey country, cannot adapt to such cold at all. Moreover, he never carried thick and warm clothing at all. Grass, it's cold to death. What kind of broken place? We need to quickly find something that can burn to keep warm. While cursing profusely, Wan Peiyuan trembled as he crawled towards a convenience store. The store door is locked with iron chains. Wan Peiyuan pulled out an axe, and his lean arms had bulging muscles. Bang bang. Bang bang. With 2 strikes, the thick iron chain was cut off by him. Seeing this, netizens couldn't help but leave comments and comments. Don't be fooled by the small stature of the Monkey Kingdom's savior, he has quite a lot of strength. Of course. According to rumors, that Wan or something is a militia. The axe he was holding was also quite tough, and he didn't even have a curling blade when chopping iron chains. What is the reason for his axe's curling blade? Don't argue, just keep reading and you'll know. The recording continues to play. Wan Peiyuan muttered to himself, hee, I'm really lucky. As soon as I enter the mysterious realm, I can go to the convenience store and buy for 0 yuan. Isn't this eerie realm so terrifying? At least it's much better than when my grandfather fought jungle guerrilla warfare with the lighthouse people back then. He happily pushed open the door and entered the convenience store. Unexpectedly, he had just entered the convenience store when a hurricane rushed towards him in the darkness. And there was a buzzing sound coming out. That sound is very similar to the rotor of a helicopter. Strange, there's actually a helicopter flying in the convenience store. However, just as he had just developed this eerie association, a dark shadow rushed towards him. Chapter 10. Death Video. The Horror of G.Level Monsters. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Wan Peiyuan vigorously swung his axe towards the black shadow. With a crisp sound of dang, Wan Peiyuan's hand holding the axe was shaken to the point of numbness. Looking down, the axe actually curled its edge. The eerie domain system prompts the sound to start, warning. Monkey Kingdom savior Nguyen Peiyuan discovered mysterious domain creatures. Starting to parse biological attributes. Name. Bloodthirsty spotted mosquito, power level. G. Habit. Skilled in ambushes. Feeds on the blood of warm-blooded animals. Possesses armor as hard as a tank shell. Ability. Flash blade. The front and back legs come with sickle-shaped hooks, which, once swung, can instantly cut off the celestial cover of prey like lightning. Using the flash blade, the movement speed is instantly increased by 20% for 10 seconds. At the moment of hearing the prompt, Wan Peiyuan's eyes instantly widened. Because he saw a giant spotted mosquito, the size of a human, standing on the top of the shelf. Wan Peiyuan started running. Buzz. That terrifying voice followed closely behind. Don't come over. Wan Peiyuan frantically waved his sickle and axe behind him. Dang. Dang. The sickle and axe were all sharpened. And the giant mosquito, which was originally behind him, unexpectedly appeared in front of him at an unknown time. He didn't even turn around and felt a chill in his waist. With a whoosh sound, the intestines separated from the belly. Sleeping in bed. I can't keep watching anymore. Seeing this, almost all netizens panicked and closed the video. I suddenly understand why the official doesn't want everyone to watch the Monkey Kingdom recording screen. It's so terrifying. I guess I can't sleep for a whole month in a row, I didn't expect G.level monsters to be so powerful in terms of speed and killing power. When I watched him kill a man-eating spider before, I thought he was very weak. I didn't expect it. In the live broadcast room of Monkey Kingdom, the people of Monkey Kingdom suffered a severe blow after experiencing punishment. The barrage was filled with frightened speeches, "It's so scary." Fortunately, when mosquitoes arrived, I was in the car with all the windows closed. But I saw the pedestrians outside the car wrapped tightly by mosquitoes and died on the spot. I don't want to see mosquitoes in my life anymore. Fortunately, there was a lake next to me, and I jumped in on the spot and survived. But my face was bitten like a pig's head. Now I suddenly feel cold all over and keep fidgeting. I also keep trembling. I've been running back and forth to the restroom 10 times. Shouldn't I be infected with malaria? My family was bitten to death by mosquitoes. Ruan Peiyuan. You returned my family. Woo woo woo. Ruan Peiyuan. You killed my child. Pet. You are the culprit of our monkey kingdom. You're right. It's fortunate that our entire monkey kingdom has such high expectations of you. I didn't expect you to be the first one to die on All Aqua Blue Star. You're so embarrassing to our monkey kingdom. Look at the savior of the neighboring dragon kingdom. A sick patient, without any weapons. Our monkey kingdom's Ruan Peiyuan, who wears both a sickle and an axe, can't even compare to the dragon kingdom's sick patient. I'm really ashamed of him. Even if he is already dead, he should be nailed to the pillar of shame and let generations of Monkey Kingdom curse him for thousands of years. The live broadcast room of Monkey Kingdom is almost full of cursing at Ruan Peiyuan. No wonder no one in the Monkey Kingdom feels sorry for the death of their former savior, because after experiencing this punishment, the population of the Monkey Kingdom has sharply decreased by 1/3. More than half of the lucky survivors have also been infected with malaria. In such a situation where a large population is infected simultaneously, the drug reserves of Monkey Country are seriously insufficient. A country that is already not wealthy is making things worse. The official of Monkey Kingdom urgently sought help from All Water Blue Star for drug supply. The official statement from Lighthouse Country is: it is possible to provide you with medication assistance. However, medication is not free. If your Monkey Country is willing to agree to use children under the age of 5 as experimental subjects for Lighthouse Country's latest genetic experiment, we will immediately air transport the medication to you. Sakura Country official. We can provide assistance, but Monkey Country must agree to allow Sakura Country to conduct nuclear tests within Monkey Country's borders. The official of Monkey Kingdom was extremely angry and said, "You old capitalist powers are really hypocritical and compassionate. It's too much." Those small Southeast Asian countries near Monkey Country feel very panicked and they see the situation where Monkey Country has no assistance. Compared to the experiences of the Monkey Country people, it highlights the luck of the Dragon people even more. Those small countries secretly sent official congratulatory messages to Dragon Country, congratulating Dragon Country on receiving a 5-year increase in national lifespan. By the way, let's also inquire about the treasury reserves of the Dragon Kingdom and see if its big leg is thick enough. Without comparison, there is no harm. The eyes of the people of Longguo towards and Luyao began to feel a bit like they were looking at rare animals. Previously, it was said that the savior of our Dragon Country encountered a G.level monster that your country's savior could easily kill. What about that Monkey Country person? Where did he go? He dare not make any noise. Compared to the Monkey Country people, I feel that being born in the Dragon Country is the luckiest thing I can do. Woo woo, I am from the Monkey Kingdom. I really envy you Dragon people. If my family and I could have been born in the Dragon Kingdom, we wouldn't have suffered such calamity. No one in the Dragon Kingdom can casually say, "I hope An Luyao can quickly lead a dog and find a healthy savior to come on stage," with a relaxed attitude. Everyone sincerely hopes that An Luyao can live as long as possible. Go, don't die. Brother An. Run away immediately when encountering a monster, don't be tough with the monster. Our lives are bound to you. It's not a solution just to stay here, there's no water, no heating equipment, and nothing to eat. Does anyone know how much longer he can survive from the illness he got? Within the broadcast room of the national television station, the concerns of Dragon Kingdom netizens coincide with those of Cloud generals. I don't know why, but every move of this patient's little brother touches General Yun's thoughts. General Yun said, the temperature in the Eerie realm is very low. Currently, our savior of the Dragon Kingdom, Luyao, is inside the tunnel and not too cold. Once he exits the tunnel, the severe cold outside will become his biggest obstacle to survival. Lord, he nodded in agreement, that's right. But if you stay in the tunnel for warmth without clean water and food, you will eventually starve to death. You must leave the tunnel to search for food. This is very contradictory. Upon hearing other guests discussing the savior of the Dragon Kingdom, Muggle quickly turned on the camera and reappeared in the broadcast room. I see, let's not worry so much. Luyao is a critically ill patient. It's hard to say whether he has the stamina to walk out of the tunnel and persist until he finds food and water. And who knows what monsters you'll encounter along the way. He honestly found a safe corner in the tunnel and hid, which was the best choice. However, Luyao had no intention of hiding at all, and he had already begun to move forward. Can it be that he didn't hear the announcement of the death of the Monkey Kingdom's savior? Many Dragon Kingdom residents asked in confusion on the barrage. Luyao certainly heard the announcement. However, his goal is not just to survive, but to find resources, achieve 1,000 times more, and revive the Dragon Kingdom. Moreover, he also really wants to test the effect of the spinning silk ability. So, he must take the initiative to move forward and search for monsters. As he walked, he felt something icy cold fall off his face. Looking up, there is a hole on the top of the tunnel. What fell on his face was the snowflakes falling from the cave entrance. Several eerie faces flashed past the entrance of the cave. Just as Onlu was trying to see exactly what that face was, the system broadcast rang out again in all Eerie live streaming rooms around the world. Congratulations to Yamamoto, the savior of Sakura country, for occupying the resource of fully loaded oil tankers. Congratulations to Yamamoto, the savior of Sakura kingdom, for achieving the first kill of F.-level Eerie creatures.